Information infrastructure is a system of organization structure subsystems that ensure the function and development of the country's information space and means of information interaction. Included have of information center, subsystem data at knowledge banks, communication system, control center, hardware and software, and technologies for collection, storing, processing, and transmitting providers consummate access to information results. In the system of the modern business, there are significant among the information included the integrity, availability, and confidentiality of which is critical for business. This type of information includes data, contacts, and agreements exacted by the organization about the correct financing, material, technical condition of the organization, performance and upcoming projects, and contact business plans about the staff, the correct activities of the organization, and several. In the in the modern business, practically all the information is stored and processed in the automatic information system. Therefore, the efficiency of the first activities and further the phase of its business are increasingly depends on the stability and function and security of the system for the passive and active information influence the external environment and competitors respectively. Loss of AES performance can lead to negative consequences for the business structure and in some cases lead to the death of the system as a whole. At the initial stage of the introduction of information technologies, IS was mainly in the control and control system agreement. IaaS is increasingly used as the core of business process. The Internet has given a new impetus to the use of information technologies in business. At first, his role was restricted mainly to the role of the implementation channel, the main role, the correspondence between the company employed when their email. Currently, the most popular two-year business development beyond the Internet, which have received the name business to business, B2B, and business to customer, B2C. The most important of development of Internet business is the sector of payment system and system from the sector of electronic documents flow. The role and number of organizations in this sector will created as the use of the Internet in business intensify and the regulator and legislative framework of the Internet economy expands and stated. To a large extent, it is presently the underdevelopment of the sector that hides the development of new forms of business using the Internet as another obstacle. One cannot fail to note the increasingly of the exciting regulatory framework on the cryptography. The date of the successful development of the e-commerce system in our country, it is used the widespread access to users to cryptographic means of the forming and electronic digital signature. Development the model business is employed with ensuring confidently when extracting information through telecommunication channels, which makes it mandatory to use reliable means carefully.
Hello, my name is Abashak Asubek. I'm from the IT1 2010 group. I
Mm,
am responsible for ensuring information security of business in modern conditions. The explanation of activities, the development of new markets, the explanation of the circle of customers on suppliers, the emergence of new services. All this leads to the complication of the structure and the algorithms of the organization's function, functioning and to the requirement for continuous improvement of its information infrastructure uh, based on new computer and telecommunication technologies. At the same time, with creation of IAIS, the number of sources of information security search is expanding. Next slide. Mm, External sources include the activities of completers using methods of unfair complicity, industrial and economic espionage, blackmail, disinformation, black PR, action of hackers and critics seeking to hack the organizations IES protection system in order to dis disrupt its function. Undercover activities of foreign special services and the electronic espionage system, special, special in industrial and economic exposures. The American echelon system is an example. The European economy suffered significant losses as a result of the through the echelon system of information about a number of large contracts intercepted by American contractors from European ones. Next slide. Mm, Internal sources include the organization uses information processing technologies that do not provide the required information protection, insufficient reliability of software and hardware, data processing, insufficient reliability of information protection systems, and in particular means of cryptographic information protection, dishonesty, and low qualification of personnel. Next slide. Uh, Business information security management. It is a voice that the adoption of all possible means and methods of protection for all citizens is absurd and unrealistic. Excessive security measures can make the organizational system inoperable and ruinous for the owners. The solution to these collisions consists in the need to create a mechanism that would allow by tracking real risks and search to take rational, most effective and feasible protection measures. Next slide. Uh, Next. As you can see, the basis of all the problems was an individual approach to the formation of information infrastructure, which was subsequently replaced by more and more general methods. Obviously, the reason for this was the lack of experience in preaching such on infrastructure and differences in views on its functionality and computation instead of a joint approach. Speaking of Russia as a country with not yet formed but actively developing information infrastructure, it should be noted that there is a real opportunity to take into account the experience of foreign countries and the diaspora's finances and the time cost for its information. In this regard, the fact that the ISO standardization system is already being implemented in our country looks optimistic. That's all.